What's up everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and today the Trunks and Zamasu banner is finally in Global, and we're just continuing to get closer to Super Saiyan 4. It's pretty much right around the corner at this point, probably another month, maybe 6 weeks. It's getting close, but this is pretty much the last big Dokkan festival before then, and they didn't really do anything different than the Japan version of things. I was waiting for them to officially put out the banner because I didn't want to do a video about this if we weren't sure if Vegito was going to be in here or not, because that was the big question kind of in the run-up, was with if they were going to put Super Saiyan Blue Vegito in there or take him out. Fortunately enough, I already have one, and he is pretty good max super attack and only plus 2,000. I could use a dupe, but probably not going to be summoning on this banner, at least. I don't think I am yet. I might change my mind, but if you're a free-to-play player, I would probably recommend skipping this banner, although we will go over if it is worth it later after we go through all of the different cards in the banner. But this is pretty much the same as JP, so if you know what's in the JP, there's not a lot of difference here. So obviously Zamasu, Verge, Fusion Zamasu, whatever, I didn't know what they were calling him, and I said this, I had made the same mistake yesterday, but Fusion Zamasu and Super Saiyan Trunks are really good cards, but if you're summoning on this, you're pretty much saying I need a Vegito. So I mean, I would like this card too, because then I could run this card as my lead, this Trunks, but this Trunks comes back. It's worth noting, all of the three really featured Dokkan exclusive cards will be back at some point in the future. Vegito is part of the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta banner if they don't change it, and if not, then he's part of the Gogeta banner, I'm pretty sure too. This Trunks is Gogeta banner, and I believe he's in the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku banner as well. And then Fusion Zamasu is in the Janemba banner and the Cooler banner, which comes right after Super Saiyan 4. So these cards will all be back. That's why I don't think I would recommend it. But anyway, let's get into this Trunks. This Trunks is pretty good. His base form is a Key Sphere Changer, which is always really nice. And my intelligence team, I love running intelligence, but my intelligence team kind of sucks right now because I only have like 3 good cards. But this is a Key Sphere Changer, changes strength to intelligence Key Sphere. He's also a nuker. This is attack plus 12. I believe when he Dokkan awakens, it is attack plus 15 per intelligence Key Sphere obtained. And his super attack lowers defense, which is great because there's very few hero cards that lower defense. And when you Dokkan awaken him, he greatly lowers defense. And I don't believe I have a hero card that does that. I can't really think of one off the top of my head that greatly lowers defense. His leader skill by default is super type HP attack and defense plus 7 or plus 60%. When you Dokkan awaken him, it's super type Ki plus 1 at HP attack and defense plus 70%. So I would run him as the lead for the extra stat bonuses and then take a Vegito card. That's pretty much the meta heroes team right now. But obviously this is an amazing card, but it will be back, so I'm probably not personally going to summon on this, but if you, as we're going through the banner, you can decide if you will be or not. Fusion Zamasu is the same thing as this Trunks leader skill wise, but for extreme types instead. Starts as extreme type HP attack and defense plus 60%, but then goes up to extreme type Ki plus 1, HP attack and defense plus 70%. His passive skill is attack plus 100% and attack minus 15% for super type allies. Now I believe when you Dokkan awaken him, his passive skill is attack plus 120% and attack minus 10% for super type allies. So this is not a card that you can really run on a mono tech team because you're going to be running a Gotenks. So this is a card that you really want to stick just to a villain's team for. His super attack causes immense damage and lowers defense, and then when you Dokkan awaken him, he greatly lowers defense, I'm pretty sure. But this is a good card. These 2 cards are great, but like I said, they come back, so this is not your only opportunity to get them. And then obviously Super Saiyan Blue Vegito is awesome. Super type Ki plus 2 HP attack and defense plus 40%. When you Dokkan awaken him, it's super type Ki plus 3 HP attack and defense plus 40%. His passive skill, damage reduction of 20% turns to 30 when you Dokkan, and he has a chance to launch additional attacks. At this stage, it's a rare chance to become a super attack. When you Dokkan awaken him, I believe it's medium, I'm not 100% sure, and his super attack causes immense damage. I believe it is the Vegito sword first. Oh, we can check really quick. No, it's Final Kamehameha on his yeah, each of which has a chance. It just has a chance. It's not a medium chance. So Right now it's Vegito Sword, but it turns into... All these super attacks change when you Dokkan Awaken them anyway, but I don't know what these other ones are. So, these are the non-Dokkan exclusive cards. I said yesterday that these two Super Trunks cards were two of the worst units in the game currently, and they get Dokkan Awakenings. I believe this Super Trunks has a really good passive now. Let's actually check really quick because I have the Dokkan Wiki open right now. We'll look at the Strength one first. So right now it's Tech, Intelligence, Strength type, HP, and Attack plus 20%. Passive, Attack plus 50 when key is 5 or more, and his Super just does Extreme, which is the lowest level of SSRs. So this Super Trunks actually has a completely different passive when you Dokkan Awaken him, and leader skill changes to all types, HP, and attack plus 30%. His super attack lowers defense, does not greatly lower, but it still lowers. Attack plus 70% at the start of the turn is his passive skill. So that's the Strength Trunks, and I think this is probably the best that any of the Dokkan Awakenings did for these cards. This Physical Trunks. So his leader skill is all types attack plus 25%. His passive weakens regeneration, attack plus 40% at start of turn, and he just does extreme damage. Well, now he does supreme damage and raises his attack for 3 turns, which isn't the greatest. It's not 6, so you're probably only going to get to take advantage of that once if you throw him on a team. But his passive skill still weakens regeneration, but he gives himself 4 key and attack plus 60%. So you're pretty much always going to have supers with this guy. So let me know what you think. Do you think the Strength one or the Physical one is better? Anyway, moving on. Super Saiyan Trunks GT, the Nuker Agility. This card was good when nuking was a thing, and this game was in an earlier stage, but these GT cards, there's another one in here too, they could really use Dokkan Awakenings. He does Supreme damage, which is nice, because I believe that's a level above it. That's a level above Extreme, yeah, because the Super Trunks cards have Supreme damage now, and they just have Extreme to start. So, GT Trunks, not the greatest card. This GT Trunks is also not the greatest. He also, I would say, needs a rebirth, but his leader skill is pretty useless. So the agility one is just agility, tech, and physical type attack and defense plus 30%. Well, these are pretty useless leader skills, honestly, at this point in the game. Maybe earlier on when you wanted to run a rainbow team and there was no Vegito or no all types key plus 3 leads really at the time, then maybe these cards were good, but they're not really great now. This Trunks could be a useful support card on a tech team though, because he passively gives tech and strength type key plus 2. Not a terrible card, but not great either. Good support card, really not going to do a whole lot for you outside of that. Don't know a whole lot about this card, Super Saiyan 2 Teen Trunks. Raises attack for 3 turns, which is nice. Passive, looks like he's a good mono strength passive guy, or like support card, because he ups strength type attack and defense by 25%. So he's kind of like the Super Saiyan 3 GT Goku, but only for strength types. Not quite as good as Vegito, but... And then the Intelligence one, this card's actually pretty good. I believe I have this on JP, I've used it a few times. But not a terrible card. Key plus 2 when HP is 50% or above. I'm not 100% certain if this one... I think this one has a Dokkan Awakening, but I don't know if it's out yet. I'm just going to look really quickly. This is Super Saiyan Trunks Teen. Where is he on this list? I'm having some difficulties, so just bear with me for a moment. I'm missing some. Oh no, there he is. Is that his Dokkan Awakening right there? It might be. It might not be in the game yet. That was why I was wondering. Yes, so he does have a Dokkan Awakening, and it's through the Rising Dragon Carnival. So if you get this card, that's a card that you can Dokkan Awaken. He becomes pretty good with his rebirth, so not a terrible card. And then this Super Saiyan Kid Trunks is one of the earlier SSRs. Good passive. I love cards that up their attack passively. Makes them a little bit more useful. And you're pretty much always going to have super attacks anyway. Well, you should pretty much always have super attacks. Obviously, the key falling a certain way can screw you, but this card's not great. And their SR Super Saiyan Trunks can pull this card like 14 times. I think I have one maxed out, and then I have one that's at super attack like 7. So I pulled that card a lot, and if I summon, I just know I'm gonna pull more. Not a terrible card when you Dokkan Awaken him through the Gotenks event, but that event's probably the most difficult event in the game, in my opinion, as of right now in Global. So, anyway, that's the banner analysis. That's all the cards you can get. That's how good the cards are and stuff. I personally would not summon on this banner. I still might summon on this banner just because I want these cards, and especially the Trunks. I could really use another intelligence unit, but I'm probably gonna skip out on this. And if you're a free-to-play player, I would say skip out on it as well. These cards all come back, and Super Saiyan 4 is right around the corner, so probably a better allocation of your resources to go toward those cards, because that's when things start to get insane. So anyway, that's going to do it for this video, this banner analysis. Let me know what you guys think below. Is this banner worth summoning on? Are you going to be summoning on it? What cards are you looking to pull? What Super Trunks do you think is better? Whatever you want to talk about. So let me know down in the comments below. That's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle.